Today is Sunday, September 14th, 2025. You can see the clouds hanging right across the street. We stayed in an open field over here last night at Beinglas Camp. I guess it's a farm, Beinglas Farm. It's camping though. It was 15 pounds per person to pitch a tent. And they had nice bathrooms, they had a restaurant and bar, a little camp shop. It was nice.
Yep.
And now we're back on the way. Today we're planning to go about 13 miles, maybe a shade longer, to wild camp after the town of Tyndrum. It's a bit colder than it has been. And we talked to somebody this morning who said it's not supposed to be heavy rain until after 3. So that sounds like we're gonna get wet at the end of the day. But let's go check it out. We're gonna be gaining about 2,000 feet and only coming down about 1,000 feet. So we're starting to actually climb. I think right now we're at like 80 feet elevation or something. We're pretty low. We're about 1.6 miles in, and we have this little stream coming over under a bridge, going down into a larger river. And there are, like, over here, there's a huge waterfall coming down in, and there's an area that's like a flume or a gorge where it cut right through the rock. It's really cool. Hard to get a picture of though, because it's down in this area. Pretty sweet. We're a few miles in right now. Still have low cloud base, but it's lifting a little bit. We're walking along next to some big power lines and then the road. A82. So you can hear the road noise. But it looks like I think we'll be near the road for all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the going is easier than yesterday. As you can see, we're on a big path. But I don't know how interesting it's going to be. This is neat over here. I didn't zoom in. There's some neat peaks around us, or hills.
Undercast. Makes
Yeah.
it look cool.
Cool clouds on them. Here's one as I come around the corner here. Pretty neat. We are 2 hours in, I think.
Yes.
And anywhere between 4 1/4 and 5 miles, depending on whose watch you look at. It's closer to 4 1/4. We just crossed under the train tracks and then under a road. And we just did a little climb. Clouds still hanging on. But it's not raining. All those hikers ahead of us are shuttling their luggage, so they just have day packs. And quite a few people are heading to a town that's about 2 miles away from us. So lots of people having short days today. Sheep. Lots of sheep in this area. I think up by John we'll get a better look at them. A lot of water on the trail right here too.
Well, a lot of water on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Look at those guys. We're about 6 miles in, and we've been walking along this stone wall for a while. It's the first time it's been really close to the trail, but pretty cool. It's like 5 feet tall, and it's been going for, I don't even know, half a mile.
Half a mile, yeah.
And it goes as far as the eye can see. That's pretty impressive. One thing I can say, as someone who's put up a tent here, there are plenty of rocks. So many. Got some sheep over here, at least one. They urge you not to pick them up or pet them.
Or lift.
Yeah, don't lift them. That's what it says. It's funny. Earlier on day 2, they want you to not worry the sheep, especially with dogs. Don't let your dog worry the sheep. We've got a little bit of rain spitting on us, but not enough to warrant a coat yet. And that stone wall is still going. Man, it's crazy. Very impressive. We just left a kiosk informing us that we were halfway done with the West Highland Way. Some foxglove.
29.6.
And we are at Tyndrum now.
What?
We are at Tyndrum now, and we are...
We'll be at Tyndrum later.
No,
Yeah.
this is Tyndrum. Oh no, this is
This is
Crang.
Lodge.
No, Now you... I don't think that's it either. It's like Crianlarich or something. I don't know. You're right, not Tyndrum. We're at like the halfway point for the day for us.
Right. It's called
Yes, tell me what it is.
Crianlarich.
Crianlarich. A lot of people stop here. But that would make it a super short day for us. So we're continuing on. You could split back where we saw that sign and go directly into the town and then come out the other side. But we are sticking to the West Highland Way. So that climbs up. It will catch the end of the town. And when I say town, I mean village, I guess, because there it is.
Is that it?
That's it right there.
Wow.
A couple little houses. I think there's a hostel and one hotel and 2 little markets, which is better than other places. So it's downright bustling. We've been walking through an area that's been recently logged. Look at that. Not very picturesque. The stuff out in the distance is nice though. But I think we're going to be heading into trees. So that's different. Kind of excited about that. We are finally in some woods. Feels very similar to home. Lots of moss. There's a little tent site. Unfortunately, we're 6 miles from where we're gonna start looking for a tent site, so don't need that. And look at how nice the trail is. This is lovely. Thick moss. We just crossed under the train tracks. The trail is where those 2 gentlemen are. That's a pretty cool trestle. Neato. We're about 10 miles in, almost, and it's just starting to sprinkle. Oh, it's so loud. So loud. It's supposed to be heavy rain in 2 hours. And we have about 2.5 to 3 miles to go to our, hopefully, a campsite. So we shall see. So far we have not needed rain gear at all today. So hopefully this will just be a little passing sprinkle. Ooh, now what are those black things? They're totally black. Are there black sheep? They look the right size. So far we've seen this kind of sheep, all white. And then we see the Scottish black-headed rams with the white bodies and black heads, and they have horns. I don't know what that is in the field down there. Have not seen any Highland cows yet, or coos, but I'm sure they're coming. We just left the sheep farm and crossed the A82 again. And now we're in, I think this is a multi-use trail, actually. Look at that. Nice, and it's running right next to this river. That's pretty.
Yeah.
We still have a couple miles today, but not very much gain left to do at all. Still have not needed our coats. And that is good. John checked the weather and it is coming in though, so I'm gonna race to see if we can get our tent set up before it pours, but it is what it is. The tent's wet anyway, so yeah. It doesn't matter.
No, just to keep us a little drier.
Oh, yeah. So about a half a mile back, we passed a field of sheep, and that field was the site of the Battle of Dalry in 1306, in which Robert the Bruce was defeated, and he escaped from that battle. And supposedly, this little lake or pond is where he stashed his sword and maybe some other weapons. But if you look on this map, we're at this little lake up here, and actually they think it was that, which is not where we are, and this was where the battle was. So they came out in 2015 to try to see if there was anything with metal detecting, and they did both of those, the site of the battle and local lock-ins, and they found nothing. So they don't even have any evidence that the battle actually happened. So who knows? But this is the legend of the lost sword, is about this little lock right here. And they have a sword, and they have a cool little bench, which actually says the lock of the legend of the lost sword. They also have a bench like that at the, it says the field of the Battle of Dalry. Back a ways. All right. That's neat. We're right outside of Tyndrum. We are stopped for the night now, so we have a nice view right here. We've got some water down below. A little cascade there. Unfortunately, we have a road right there. And this thing that looks like a dirt road is the West Highland Way. And we're gonna camp in this spot, which is a little bit wet and filled somewhat with sheep droppings. I don't see any sheep out here, but they look like pretty fresh droppings. So there's that. Here's one of these cool slugs. Let me show you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there he is. He just pulled himself in. All right, well, we're here before it's raining. That's interesting looking over there. They've also been logging over here. So anyway, all right, we're calling it a day. It was, I don't know how far it was, about 13 miles, 12 and a half.
It was.
Mine said
12.6.
Yeah, mine says 13.45, which is not right. Okay, 12.6. Excellent. We're outside of Tyndrum.